Thank you for joining us for the Girl Scouts of the Northwestern Great Lakes Girl Scout Gold Award training. This training is made up of 3 parts. First, we will take a look at the history of the award and the benefits of earning it. We'll also review the difference between a service project and a take action project. Then we'll walk you through the 7 steps for designing, proposing, implementing, and evaluating your Girl Scout Gold Award project. Finally, we'll review other important details such as funding, overcoming challenges, and celebrating your success. The Girl Scout Gold Award stands for excellence and leadership, and therefore has very high standards of quality. It is the highest and most prestigious award that a Girl Scout can earn. Variations of the Gold Award as it's known today have existed since 1916. And less than 1% of Girl Scout seniors and ambassadors in GSNWGL earned the Gold Award. As shown in this timeline, the Girl Scout Gold Award was not always called the Gold Award. Beginning in 1916 with the debut of the award, it was called the Golden Eagle of Merit. In 1919, it transitioned to the Golden Eaglet. In 1938, it was known as the First Class Rank, and then a couple short years later, it changed to the Curved Bar. In 1963, it was called the First Class Pin, and then, beginning in 1980, the Girl Scout Gold Award, as it's called today, began. There are plenty of benefits to earning the Girl Scout Gold Award. The Girl Scout Gold Award provides structure for you to use your passion to make a difference. It also recognizes your contribution to the community, and it looks great on college applications. It also opens the door to certain scholarship opportunities, and it's impressive on resumes and job applications. If you are entering the military, if you earn the Gold Award, you automatically enter the military at an increased rank. And it also gives you exceptional life skills that you can use in all areas of your future. In fact, you can also use the hours spent on your Gold Award to apply for things such as the President's Volunteer Service Award. Throughout this training, you'll hear me reference community service and take action. It's important to note before we get started that your Gold Award project is to be a take action project. The table shown here lists some of the differences between community service and take action. Community service typically has limited impact and is very symptom-centric, meaning that the solutions only remedy some of the effects and not the causes. Community service is usually done for the community. Taking action, on the other hand, is something that is measurable and sustainable, 2 topics we'll touch on later in this training, and it continues to answer a need. Take action projects are done with the community. Here's a chart that shows the process of earning the Gold Award from start to finish. First, you'll complete your prerequisites. Then you'll identify your project and secure key volunteers, such as your project advisor. Next, you'll prepare and submit your project proposal for approval. Upon receiving approval, you'll start and complete your Take Action project. Then you'll submit your final report. Once you're approved, you've officially earned your Girl Scout Gold Award. From there, you can connect with GSNWGL to learn more about volunteer opportunities within Girl Scouts or discover ways to share your Gold Award story. As you get started, keep these important notes in mind. To earn your Gold Award, you must be a registered Girl Scout Senior or Girl Scout Ambassador. You'll also need to create a profile and utilize the My Gold Award web app. We'll integrate snapshots of the My Gold Award web app into this training. You'll also need to complete 2 Senior or Ambassador journeys, or if you have earned your Silver Award, you only need to complete 1 Senior or Ambassador journey. Your Gold Award project must be a challenging, individual project. The suggested minimum number of hours to complete your project from planning to implementation is 80. The My Gold Award app is your organizational tool for success. You can access the app by visiting girlscouts.org/mygoldaward. All girls who will be working on their Gold Award will need to use this app. You'll use this app for things like submitting your proposals and final reports, and also keeping track of your progress along the way. So it's pretty important to familiarize yourself with the app and what it can do at an early stage in the game. And here are the 7 steps to earning your Girl Scout Gold Award. We'll dive into each of these steps individually as this training progresses. The first step in starting your Gold Award is to choose an issue. The purpose of this step is for each of you to identify an issue that matters most to you, not what someone else has said you should do, not what someone did before you, and not what you think people want you to do. Open your mind and let new, innovative ideas come to you. And be sure to remember that your project should let you live the Girl Scout promise in law, demonstrate civic responsibility, and also make a lasting impact on your community. There are many online resources that can help you determine what you're passionate about. You can also use tools like GSUSA's Map It tool to figure out what other girls have done for their Gold Award projects to give you some inspiration. The web app allows you to save your thoughts, ideas, and more as you progress through each step. You can also share your journey via social media sites like Facebook and Twitter. Keep in mind that social media sharing is optional and not required. Be sure as you use this app to save your progress along the way, and at the end of each step, you'll need to click Complete this step before going forward. All fields will need to be filled out completely before you progress to the next step. Step number 2 is all about investigating more into the issue of your choice. You're going to want to learn everything you can about the issue that you're interested in. This is also the step where you're going to focus and refine your project idea. What you want to remember at this step, which is going to help you in the long run, is to work from the root cause. You want to know the difference between the issues and what causes the issues. And really what your Gold Award project should address is that root cause. What causes the problems in your society? At this point, you're also going to want to identify national and/or global links to your community issue. Some questions to ask yourself along the way at this point are, what organizations, people, or places are already addressing this need? And can you enhance those services, or should you maybe look into something different? You can also ask yourself, who is affected by the issue I chose and who has the power to change it? Who supports young people and service projects in your community? And who are the political leaders? And who are the leaders who are not necessarily elected officials? Answering these questions can help you develop a good, solid foundation for going forward to sell your project and get others on board. Remember, for every issue, there is something that caused it. To take action, you must identify an issue and then look for the root cause and allow that process to lead you to a take action project. A mind mapping tool is a great way to look at a root cause and then figure out ways to address that root cause. The My Gold Award web app has downloadable mind map templates for you to use. The example on the screen shows that car accidents is one of the major problems in their community. The small circles surrounding the major one in the middle are reasons why that is an issue, and these are things that can lead you to your root cause. In step number 3, you will be building your team and enlisting volunteers to support you and take action with you. The chart on the screen shows the relationship between you and other key volunteers in your Gold Award project. You, of course, are at the center of your project and you have the most involvement and investment to see this project succeed. Just outside of you is your project advisor. This is a person you choose based on the topic of your project. Your project advisor should be someone outside of Girl Scouts and your family who has the knowledge and skills to help you with your specific project. For example, if you are implementing a citywide recycling program, someone from local government or an environmental engineer would be a good fit for a project advisor. The next step outward is your troop leader. Your troop leader guides you through the prerequisites and preparation for your project. Your troop leader is there for support as you complete your project. But remember, at all stages of your Gold Award, this is your project. Next, you'll have your team of volunteers. Anyone can help you with this project, your parents, your family, or your friends. What you're going to want to remember is that you want to recruit team members based on skills needed and passion shared. Use connections. Find the go-to people that can help you. You also want to be sure you communicate regularly and recognize that everybody works differently. So be patient and find a place that fits your volunteers. You also want to establish credibility. Before requesting help, have your 15 to 30 second elevator pitch prepared, or even have a handout or presentation to share. And finally, we have the Girl Scout Mentor Committee and staff. You'll be introduced to your Girl Scout mentor as well as Girl Scout staff along the way after you submit your project proposal. Their role is to motivate and support you to ensure your project is in line with the expectations and high standards of earning the Girl Scout Gold Award. Parents can be huge assets that can help you earn your Girl Scout Gold Award. They can help you read through the Girl Scout Gold Award material, and it'll be your job to help them understand that this is your project, your passion, and your award. They can review your project proposal, proofread for errors, and provide feedback before you submit to the committee. They can help you do things like drive around to pick up supplies. They can also help you make introductions to other adults or potential volunteers. The one thing you want to let your parents know before you get started is that it is very important that they let you take the lead on your own Gold Award project. Here's a snapshot of the My Gold Award web app. You'll notice on your home page that it shows you what you've completed and also prompts you as to what you have to move on towards next. You'll be creating your project plan in step number 4. You want to be sure to create a project plan that achieves sustainable and measurable impact, which means you should be considering setting SMART goals. SMART goals are ones that are specific, you know what you want to accomplish. They're measurable, meaning that you know how your project will be successful. They're achievable, meaning that they can be done. And they're realistic. They're not too big, they don't take up too much time, and they're not too expensive. They're also timely, making sure that your project will fit into the time frame you have to earn your Gold Award. Sustainability is something you'll hear a lot in regards to the Girl Scout Gold Award. Here are a few examples on the screen about how to make sure your project is sustainable. So number 1, if your project is an event, it cannot be just a one-time event. It has to be something that people are going to want to continue again and will continue again. Number 2, if your project is providing a service, it can't just help one group for one time. It has to create a change or action with long-term possibilities. And then number 3, if your project is donating items, you cannot just make a one-time donation. You should be creating a plan for use and maintenance within the community and how you take on your leadership role so others can also continue the donating cycle. Other tips on making your project sustainable include leaving a manual, creating a curriculum, finding a group or organization to sponsor or adopt your project, or even things like creating a website, setting up a blog, or a Facebook page to share your success. And finally, your Girl Scout Gold Award project should have a global connection. Is yours a local project that links to a national and/or global issue? What are people in other cities, states, or countries doing about similar issues? And how do you find out? Publish what you're doing for others around the world to see, but make sure to take the Internet Safety Pledge before doing so. Based on the input you provide in the app fields, your project proposal will automatically be filled out. You will be able to review everything and change things if necessary before submitting your proposal. You'll be ready to submit your proposal when your primary research is complete, when you've met with your team of volunteers and your project advisor, when you feel like your project is ready to go, and when you have a detailed, proofread, and complete proposal. Please remember that you should allow 2 to 4 weeks to receive an email response with feedback. At this time, you'll be introduced to a committee member. The committee member may choose to schedule an in-person interview with you, call you on the phone, or send an email back based on revisions needed. You'll also receive an email and notification regarding your approval via the My Gold Award web app. The notification you'll receive will either be that your project is approved, in which case you may begin working as planned, or that it needs improvement. The Gold Award Committee member will work with you to enhance your project and proposal to align it with the high standards of the Gold Award. Then you'll be asked to resubmit via the My Gold Award web app and wait for approval. Please know that it is very rare that projects are approved the first time around. Many girls are asked to enhance their projects or proposals after the initial submittal. It is important to provide as detailed a proposal as you can to ensure a speedy approval. You will be emailing your completed project proposal directly from the web app. There will also be an option to download a copy and save it to your computer. Don't forget to send a copy of your proposal to yourself, your project advisor, and any other invested volunteers. After clicking Submit, your proposal will be forwarded to a council staff member and the Gold Award Committee for review. Remember that it may take a few weeks to receive a response, so please plan ahead. Step number 6 is to take action. This is where you will put your plan as laid out in your project proposal into action. Communication is key in step number 6. You're going to want to stay in touch with your project advisor, update the Gold Award Committee, and talk to your volunteers regularly. Do not rely on others contacting you. It is your responsibility to reach out to those on your team to keep them up to speed. For example, you could plan to update the Gold Award Committee monthly, and then maybe twice a month when you're really active or if you have a short timeline. Setting communication plans in place early on will ensure that you do not forget to inform your key team members as you progress through earning your Gold Award. Don't forget to document your activities, the time spent on your project, and all costs associated with the project. You can also contact local media outlets for promotion, and don't forget to capture great action photos that you can use to remember your work you've done on your Gold Award. The My Gold Award web app allows you to create an online journal of your progress. You can store photos, videos, or journal entries. You can also share these via social media, but remember, at no time is it required to use social media. And finally, we come to step number 7, educate and inspire. In this step, you will be reflecting and documenting your project. Think about what you've learned and skills you gained. Assess the effectiveness of your project and the impact it has had on the community. Be sure to include these items in your final report narrative. Remember that final reports must be submitted by March 31st for you to be invited to that year's Council Award ceremony. You will be submitting your final report for approval via the My Gold Award web app. Again, you will wait to receive feedback from the committee. Implement any changes if necessary. Please note on the screen, too, that it is critical that your final report is submitted and approved by September 30th in the year you graduate from high school. After your final approval, celebrate and share your story. Visit other Girl Scout troops to talk about your amazing project. Use media outlets to inform your community. Create a scrapbook or a video to document your success. And don't forget to fill out and submit GSNWGL's Gold Awardee Profile Form upon approval of your final report. The final portion of this training will provide you with information to help you plan and implement a successful Gold Award project. Here are some questions you can ask yourself as you plan to ensure safety throughout your journey. If an event will be held, will you need to create permission slips? Do you need a first aider on hand during certain portions of your project? Are you following girl and adult ratios at all times? And how do you plan on dealing with sensitive issues or high-risk activities? Your project advisor and Gold Award Committee mentor can help you find answers to these questions. Be sure to include them if you have a question about safety along the way. As you begin to find funding for your project, please keep these policies and suggestions in mind. Girl Scout projects cannot raise money for another organization or person. You cannot be handling cash directly as a girl member of Girl Scouts or asking for monetary donations. You'll need to find an adult to ask for donations on your behalf. Any funds or donations earned must be spent on your Gold Award project. Using personal funds is okay, as is asking for money from grandma, mom and dad, or other friends to support your cause. Using troop funds will require you to take a vote within your troop and have it be approved by the entire group. An in-kind donation is the donation of a good or service, such as lumber for a building project, or a nutritionist donating their time to present at an event you plan. In-kind donations are always the preferred method. If you hear of a grant opportunity that interests you, notify the Council Fund Development Department if you wish to pursue those options. You will need to get council approval before applying for any grants. If you wish to find monetary sponsors or donations, please note that GSNWGL's policy states that any monetary donations greater than $50 received on behalf of a GSNWGL troop, group, or member must be accepted and recognized by GSNWGL. The Council will then return 50% of the donation, not to exceed $250, to the designated troop, group, or member. The balance of the donation will remain at the Council to support program development, property maintenance, volunteer support, and development. For the Gold Award, however, special exceptions can be and have been made. Please inform the Council as soon as you know that someone would like to donate a large sum of money towards your project. And remember, an in-kind donation is always the preferred method. It's your responsibility to get funding for your project. You can ask Mom, Dad, and Grandma, but don't forget all the community members who may wish to help with monetary or in-kind donations. Before asking for donations, identify the resources or materials you need and identify specific sources so you're asking with a purpose. Be able to explain why you need what you're looking for. Be specific, be realistic, and research costs ahead of time. As you go out to find donations and recruit volunteers, be sure to perfect your pitch. You should be able to describe your project to others in 15 to 30 seconds. This is known as an elevator speech. Make your speech memorable, target your audience, and make it personal. You only have a few seconds before your audience may leave, so make the most of your pitch. Remember that things will not always go as planned. Here are some tips on how to handle difficulties. First, expect things to be difficult at times. If they were not, you did not choose a project that is challenging for you and therefore is not up to the standards of earning the Gold Award. When difficulties arise, take 5 minutes to panic and then recollect and focus. Think things through. Is this a minor hiccup that will change your plans that day, such as rain on a day you organized volunteers to landscape? Or is this a major issue that will require you to revise your project plan, such as the city government deciding not to support your cause after all and install stop signs at an uncontrolled intersection? Either way, inform your project advisor, Gold Award committee mentor, and other volunteers when difficulties arise. They can help you figure out solutions. Most importantly, try to stay on top of things to avoid difficulties from occurring. Here are some important deadlines and timelines to be aware of as you work on your Gold Award. March 31st is the deadline for final reports to be submitted for you to receive an invitation to that year's Council Award ceremony. Girls who submit their reports after March 31st may have to wait to attend an award ceremony until the following year. Final reports must be received by September 30th of the year you graduate high school. And remember that it may take 2 to 4 weeks to receive a response from the committee on project proposals and final reports. Please plan ahead. And don't forget to celebrate the success of earning your Gold Award. Be sure to attend a Council Award ceremony. These ceremonies are usually held between April and June. GSNWGL will provide you with your Gold Award pin, as well as request recognitions on your behalf from places like the White House, the Governor's Office, and also some representatives of local government. Attend your service area award ceremony if you have one, or you can choose to host your own celebration ceremony. Once you have earned your Gold Award, don't forget to use it whenever you can. Earning your Gold Award looks great on college and job applications. Make sure you research and apply for scholarships. Many are given out strictly for girls who earn the Gold Award. Some of the things you've done in earning your Gold Award are equivalent to work experience, so put those skills on things like your job applications. Don't just think in Gold Award terms. Remember that the prerequisites taught you a great deal of skills too, as well as your entire Girl Scout career. Think about things like program aid, volunteering at camp, the cookie sale, and also other awards you've earned. These should all be added to your skill set. And finally, remember that this is your project, this is your choice, and we want to see you succeed. You are capable of amazing accomplishments. Questions can be directed to mygoldaward@gsnwgl.org, or you may contact us by calling 888-747-6945.